I'm Jason Tang.
How did you get into cars?
How did I get into cars? It really started with my dad. My dad not really into cars, but he the one who got me into cars. He let me drive his car. He had an old car. It was a Model A replica. It was not a real thing. And he parked it in the backyard of our house. It was a stick. I remember he said, "Come on, you want to try to drive here?" I was 10 years old and I had no idea what I was doing. My dad got in the car and he said, "Come on, I'll teach you how to drive a stick." And man, I spent hours and hours learning how to drive a stick. And I was just driving around all over the backyard, having fun. And that's when it clicked for me. That's when I really fell in love with cars. And then from that point on, I've been interested in all kinds of different cars. It started with Ferrari, it got started with a Chevy, Corvette, V8, all the different cars. I like cars of all different shapes and sizes, and I really got into started with the first time I saw a Ferrari Testarossa, which is right here. I see one next to me, and it was in the TV show Miami Vice. The white one with a shiny and a top. When he drove up, that's when I really fell in love with starting. And ever since I've done a love affair with cars.
And what cars do you currently own?
Currently I own 7 cars, but 3 are classified as supercars. One of them is McLaren 720S, and the other 2 are Porsche Turbo 997, that's the generation. So those 2 are the other should my daily driver.
And what other cars have you owned before in the past?
In the past, I've had a variety of different cars, but the first really fun car that I owned was a BMW M5. It was an E39 2001 year M5, and that was the first really fun car. We back up a little. I forgot, my first car was a fun car. My first car was a Corvette. And then I had a Super Turbo, which did also, but the really first super car, it was the M5. And I've also had a Turbo, I still have that today, and I have that, and I also had another McLaren MP4 12-seat M4. So.
And what is your favorite memory with this car?
With my favorite memory with this car, there's a few. I mean, I've had this car since September. There's a few favorite memories, but the one that really stands out is when the second week that I owned this car, I was driving with a friend, and I was going a little bit too fast. I think probably more than a little bit too fast. I was speeding down the road, and before I realized I was in a triple distance. And then I got pulled over by the cop, who was really mad at me. I thought for sure I'd be arrested, and I thought for sure, all my friends were parked behind me, but I was the only one. The cop was yelling at me, and my wife was looking at me. I remember that was my favorite memory. I thought for sure my life with this car would be over. I thought I'd get arrested.
And how has being deaf impacted your relationship with cars?
Be deaf, I'm wondering I've wondered that myself many times. Be deaf, that means I can't appreciate cars. I can't really hear every little part of the car. Many people consider the engine, the start, and the different parts of the car that part of the experience. But really, I think that I don't hear everything that a normal hearing person can hear, but I still hear enough to appreciate the best part of the car, which is of course the start. So I don't think it has impacted me too much being deaf. So. Oh yeah, I should add that it means that I can't hear that well, but it doesn't mean that I have other senses. I mean, my sense of touch, and I mean that really helped me when I'm in the car. I can really feel the car around the world. It has really helped me. I think it helped me find that focus when it comes to driving. I'm able to feel the road. That's why it's important to me that the car has a good feedback. Some cars don't have good feedback, but for me, it's really important. And this is probably the ultimate example of what gives a good feedback. It really helped me find that connection with the road. When the road turning, I can tell when I'm getting to the limit. So I think that has helped me become a better driver. I play video games and I see the game, but I'm not great at that video game. I'm not good because I prefer the wheel thing. I like to get in the car behind the wheel. I like to rev the engine. I mean, I'm guilty. I'm revving it more than once. I rev it loud and I love the way it feels. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And have you done anything special? Are there any modifications to this car?
Every car has a story, and for me, when I bought this car, I look at the car and I see what's perfect, what needs to be improved. And for me, this car, I felt that it didn't have enough visual impact. So I went here and added some carbon fiber, for example, the shield, the driver's seat I added in the back. Well, most of the additions I've added so far is visual. I haven't really added anything performance-like yet. But in the future, if I see something that I like, I probably will add it. But right now, it's dark. It already sounds good to me, so I'm going to leave it the way it is.
And one extra question. What kind of driving will you do with this car? Is this car a garage queen?
Well, this car, it was designed to be a driver's car for the road, the street, the back road, the track, and so forth. And I like all of the parts, so I plan to drive this at the track. I mean, I'm already signed up for the track day up in Canada, Area 27, which is one of my favorite tracks. I've been there last year, and I really like that. So it will give me the opportunity to find the limit of this car, and of course, I like to find all the good back roads around here. I like to drive at the back road, and of course, I like to get together with friends, a car meet, and things like that. Yeah, of course, I love to take pictures of cars. I'll always find these different locations that give me a good background, take pictures of the car. I love photography too.
And then one last question. If you could spread one message to the world, what would that message be?
My message to the world will be, we live in a time where there's so much conflict, there's so much war between religion, people, different creed, race. And so I think that the fact that car is the one common medium that everyone loves. I think that message that I'm hoping that the world will see that car can be a way to bring everyone together in harmony and talk about the visual, how a car performs, and all the different things about the car. I think that's my message to the world. I think that everyone needs to appreciate all the parts of the car, I think that's the best part about the car in general. I'm Jason Tang. This is my story. Thank you.